Hey there, everybody. Playing my first league match in quite a while. Here with Amo. That's really not. It's how you probably say it. It's like A is it's like initial Moffett. I think it should be amoffett. Like he's Irish. Okay, I should look at the board. So, you got village drawn payload, so you can do the stuff. big horn turn. Sear's good. Sear's very good here. I don't know what you open. You kind of want to get a research to do your trashing, but I know like Silk Merchant openings are just kind of good in general. Though I don't know, it doesn't seem key to me that you hit like. I'm gonna try the research. Maybe it's supposed to be Silk Merchant. I guess you can do Silk Merchant. I'll see if he'll let me undo. I forget. I forget the thing with the stuff. Okay, so this is not a good research. I guess it's silver. He gets a good research. Well, the better research anyway. I mean, it is the good research. I don't think you really need second silver, particularly. That's just like way better 3-4 than mine was. Like considerably. I still don't really see much point in this silver. I guess last two are researches state. So I'm gonna get a trash in a state, which is nice. I'm gonna burn off my villager, but that's okay. I'll probably get horn first or seer. I'm not sure. I assume he just probably wants to buy another Silk Merchant. Okay, he gets silver. That's reasonable too. Trying to think. Hop could be nice. I'm gonna go with the hop, I think. Well, you trash slower. I'm gonna still do it. Just because they're nice fours to gain. Take that, seer. Not so seary. Seerish. Like here I get a 5 or a 4 and a 5, which is cool. I'm for it. Oh, 2 5s if I want it. Well, I have to think here. One Silk Merchant may be better. I don't know, we can go seer and hop or double seer. Maybe double seer. That was a good turn for me. Now things are looking up. This was, of course, quite a lucky turn. I get another hop here. This is all pretty good. he's going to get a hop this time, but that's it, right? I mean, if I draw, I should get out ahead a ways of the old... I wonder if here... I guess you play the seer first, even though you know one of them's not going to draw. So that you can rearrange. Well, what would you rearrange for? The only thing you would rearrange for are threes anyway, right? So you might as well play the village. Pretty sure. I mean, I guess you could try and keep some stuff on top of the deck, but... which in this case is a silk merchant. So we are going to want to gain... And we have 7, so that's perfect. We are going to want to gain a... Oh, I only have the one buy. Never mind. It's not perfect. But, I mean, it's good, but, you know. We're going to want to get the villager. For sure, just to make the next turn a little safer. Maybe another hop and another seer. Seems pretty reasonable to me. We drew well enough that we probably won't need the villager, but it's good to have it in any case. He'll probably spend the coffer. Go village 5 or double 4. We're gonna need to get... Right now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna need either a gold or like a ranger. Ooh, that was not very good. Sad seer. Okay. So this turn's gonna kind of suck. This order doesn't really matter. Well, get by the humble castle as a unique, and it's like a 3. So that was a bit unfortunate. But this has got to be just a village. We don't really quite have the 4s and 3s to make the seer draw really well. Though, you know, a couple labs is good enough here. The decks aren't too fat. We'll see if he gets the rest of the horns. I wonder if he ought to... I wonder if he had... I guess he didn't have the research. Yeah. I wonder if he ought to have played the research sooner, or if it was payload that he still had left. I just can't say without knowing what his hand is. There's literally no way to like say it was wrong or anything. he takes the humble castle, which I find I mean, I was thinking about it too, but I think ultimately it's not the right thing. Maybe he has enough horns that he can go provinces on the next turn. Maybe I needed to add the unique. I don't know. I don't really know what the horn count is exactly. Potentially these are reasonable to set aside, actually. Try and get a little more draw. I think I will set these aside. Try and move a little further in the shuffle. Okay, so I think I'm at 7. Yeah, so I need another unique. And then I guess we need to see what he does, but so it can either be Ranger or it can be gold. Okay. I'm not gonna have like a win, but six provinces is pretty safe. He has to then go for castles, which he can do, but I don't know if he lowered. I don't actually know what the counts of everything is. I assume it's 4-5 on the horns right now. So he gets a duchy. It's interesting. Man. That's killer. Okay, so that's really bad. He's got 4 hops. Hopefully he doesn't have the money to do this. That was really unfortunate. I think well, so he's got 4 horns. So lowering stuff becomes considerably harder. Or potentially unsafe. I mean, I can take a duchy as well. That doesn't really help me that much. Or at all. So if I take the 4 silk merchants, that's no good. Man. This didn't pan out for me, this draw. I mean, he hasn't drawn yet either, so. What I'm wondering is if he gets 4 silk merchants off his hop gains, would he have $15? He's got a silver, a gold. They need to have 4 coppers. 9. He doesn't have still 6 coppers. Well, 6 coppers plus the humble castle. How much is that? And he can potentially get a little bit more. He could trash. That's not super likely, but he could get another one by researching the silk merchant. Whatever. This is somewhat horrible. I mean, I can just wait also. I don't have to gain everything. I'm going to get 2 rangers. Whether I should gain anything else. Oh, no. This is already way too much. Because he can do the 4 silk. Oh, gosh, I'm an idiot. He can do the. This is still going to lose, but I need to gain some points. If he draws, this is for sure just going to lose. I'm pretty sure this still even just loses. This is terrible. I shouldn't have got that hop. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, he's dudded. Well, that'll change things. Jeez. I guess I can still do like 5 provinces or something. I don't know. Maybe I can empty the silk merchants and the thing now, hopefully. I was hoping to draw the other ranger, of course, but that didn't happen. This is probably still a win, though. Because he just flat out dudded. Do I need to play the research? Probably not. I only need very little. Okay. That was stupid. Oh yeah, I can get 2 points. Sometimes this game. That was not as clean as it probably should have been. Because the board had most everything. This has Governor Pixie. I guess you're gonna open Bonfire something. Maybe Bonfire Pixie. Hope you get like Mountain's Gift or something. There is acting troupe if you want to try and do terminal stuff, but you really don't need to do terminal stuff. I guess there's also Mask Bonfire as an option. Or just Mask Pixie. Pixie's really good here. I don't know how good Masquerade is, actually. Well, the buy from Pixie isn't so good unless you get unless you already have some peddlers and stuff. So I have to think about that. Treasure Trove might be worth it. I don't know what Ritual does. Okay. Ritual's not unreasonable here at some points either. I wonder... I wonder if it's worth it to get a council room for the buy. You know? I wonder if it's worth getting a werewolf on the off chance you get a discard hex. Like, just get werewolves for the sake of that. Yeah, that's not that crazy, I don't think. Hopefully he doesn't have any estates, so that's okay. Probably need Trove. We didn't draw any of the pixies, so that's kind of sad. I don't know, it was 2 cards or something. I'm not sure how many cards it was, actually. One was the estate, so... so this turn will probably suck unless he draws. Which he didn't, so... he doesn't have an estate, so I might as well pass one to him. Pretty unfortunate draw for me here. He just has, 4 governors. And I have not 4 governors. This isn't any good. Well, not really. It's not really any good. He still has the estate. He may have it in hand. Last card's Pixie Governor, right? So I just want to buy a governor. And just wait a bit here. Well, he's super far ahead. Because I did silly stuff. But I'll try to at least gain a couple governors on my turn. Let's see. He could probably buy a province now. Those weren't any good. Okay. That was nice. Or at least I'll take it. Yeah, this is still totally losing, but he could probably just double here. And then he can... Well, I mean, I can ritual, so... Potentially... I mean, I guess he can play until... I mean, he can also ritual, of course. Though he doesn't appear to be considering that. I would have at least considered it. So... He's got 4 gold still. Yeah. A bunch of silvers. It's not worth it. This is worth it. How many silvers are in there? 3. So there's 5 cards in there now. I probably need to draw on just to... Well, I don't have to play the Masquerade, but... Well, yeah, I kind of do. I need to get another gold. Alright. Of course, he'll be able to ritual now. The main problem with my rituals is it's not like I'm building up any province threat. Like, he can just follow it, more or less. Do I still have my mask? I do still have my mask. 12 points isn't gonna quite cut it now, is it? Okay. So, I don't know that there is a world where I can win, but it's definitely worth thinking about what a win would look like for me. So I can give him 1 curse and I can trash a curse. That's a 2-point swing. How many? I gotta get 26 points. And then the provinces, that's 14. And then some number of duchies or ritual or something. Doesn't look promising, does it? well, Phooey. What I needed was, I don't think it would have worked even if you stack it, but the angle that would have given me the most output would be to have had Pixie and Count's Room in the start and gotten the action Pixie. But that's okay. So I can get I just can't do anything, can I can get province and duchy and then another province and pass the stuff, but that's not anything like enough. He did give me a gold. I think even if like, let's say I had known he was going to give me a gold, I don't think that suddenly is good enough. It like lets me gain like maybe another ritual, I don't know. Yeah. I think he was maybe out of golds at that point. Not 100% sure, but I mean, he has 6 governors still, so he can just draw it right and he can just draw it and remodel it and buy the other thing. Did I disconnect? Is it over? I'm not missing something, right? He can just draw the gold and maybe I'm missing something. Someone at me if you think I'm disconnected. Maybe he's just counter slow rolling me, since that's basically what I was doing to him. I'm so confused. I'm still so confused, but whatever. Did he really not have enough money? Was that the thing? I mean, I guess I could believe it, but it seems unlikely. Okay, so now I have to score 20 points, which is less points than I had to score last time. And is at least hypothetically in range. So I should try and do it. No. But I should look and check, I guess, at some point to see if I just have wins in hand. I don't think so. I guess he got rid of his cars. Okay, so he doesn't have a points making play. Duchy Ritual is 1 point increase. So I can do double duchy, province, past curse stuff, a ritual right now. I guess that's the same as buying an estate, but probably the mask play will draw me some additional money with which I can gain. How many points do I need to score? 20? So that would be 14-ish. Currently, ritual gold would be another thing. I would for sure take a tie. I guess the point to consider is if he doesn't have any point scoring remodels to do, then it doesn't really matter. Well, I still have to play the Masquerade last, but anyways, so I can do how many cards did he give me on his turn? Governor plays a governor. Why is there a silver in my discard? Plays a thing. He's also going to pass me something, which will either be money or like a governor or something. Why do I have a silver in my discard? Okay, here it is. Okay, so there's just a silver. Alright, so I'm only drawing 2 cards, so I don't need to play governor for draw. But I do need to do the remodels now. Oh, shoot, that changes it, doesn't it? I am going to draw governor. think I probably confused myself. But at this point, I'm tired of considering it. And I also drew both the things anyway. So I gotta think now. I think it's a tie, right? No, I can buy an estate still. So he's going to get to trash the curse, but I'll be able to buy an estate. He didn't even trash the curse. I don't know why. I don't know why I won that. Okay. So I would have only had a tie if I hadn't drawn the silver off the mask. I mean, I would have won assuming he didn't trash the curse, but if he trashes the curse, I only win if I draw that perfect silver top deck on the thing before the remodel. And since he ended up trashing the curse anyways, I mean, it still depended. It only worked because he passed me a governor, right? I mean, maybe he only had governors and points, so... and money even potentially could have helped me score, so it's not clear what the deal was, but I don't know. I don't think that was quite all right. This has got Border Village and like Scholar, which should be okay, and then Sacred Grove, payload stuff. Jack also. Maybe I'll go Jack Chapel. That's usually reasonable-ish. You do need some money back to get to your border villages. You want to build a little bit, but you don't have to build super crazy. I mean, I guess if you get out ahead, you can keep going for the border villages. You can discard there to... Well, then there's a different way for your chapel to miss, essentially. I think this way is better. Well, I guess it's one card either end, so maybe you do want to just always discard. Once you see the odds change, though, I guess, once you've seen the top card. Well, it's shifted to another spot, but... anyway, this was like a super fantastic draw for me. And then I got this, which is perfect. So essentially my draws were perfect here. Maybe not literally, maybe there's one that's a little better, but I don't know what it would be. So I'll just trash the chapel now and well, I don't have to trash the chapel. There may be some argument to trying to trash the coppers or later on a silver. I'm not sure about that, but anyway, there's definitely no advantage to triggering or so I'm thinking like it would be okay to trash the other two coppers or you know, one more or something. There's also like no reason to angle for that, or no particularly good reason to angle for that. I'm going to try it though, because I'm feeling greedy. I think if I do the scholar, I have best odds of hitting 7. I'm going to draw, obviously, a bunch of duds, but basically it only... Maybe there's no way of missing 6 if I play the scholar. Because 7 cards is like everything but 1 card. So even if a silver's down there, then I have the coppers. So I think that's the right play. But ideal thing to bottom deck is the border village there, but this is okay too. Probably was pretty greedy to keep the chapel. I may want it though. I may want to clean up some silvers too once I've switched this stuff over. A mint's not crazy either. There he gets a border village. Altar's not that great here. I guess I could have played Jack first. Although boons, there's some boons that do drawing stuff, so it's not super clear. Like, this is sort of the point of decision of whether I want to try to be more money-ish or more engine-y, because like a silver is totally fine to take if I'm going to go for the money thing. And I'll draw more with Jack, so we'll just angle money. We'll probably start greening here fairly soon then, if we're gonna go that way. Card. And given that, I will go ahead and trash the chapel now. Okay. Probably just green. I don't have to. I could take another border village scholar combo. I received it. Maybe I'll get plus action, and I'll do double something. That's okay. Card's pretty good. So, yeah, let's try and green. Ooh, that's nice for him. This is backwards, but I could go Border Village Scholar, Border Village Sacred Grove now. Well, actually, it would probably be Border Village Count and Border Village Scholar. That was backwards, of course, because you should just keep building if I was going to do that. But and say no thanks. If I had copper, I would have. It's interesting that he thinks Jack is bad enough here to do that. I wouldn't think it was, but maybe. This should be... Now I should play this. Wind is nice for either one of us. Should play this again. This is maybe... I guess I didn't have to discard them. I could have just stuck the scholar on top. But oh well. I'm certainly setting up his turn. Let's just hope mine's good enough. Okay. I could just top deck count. I mean border village. I can of course get more money still though. Fair amount of stuff still in there. I mean, like, there's like a maximum money play and a maximum consistency play. I think I just want to draw as much as possible, because this isn't like the best set of cards to have still down there. That was all pretty good. I wouldn't say no to a friendly Sacred Grove here. That's not quite as friendly as I was imagining. The Wisp isn't actually very good. Hopefully he doesn't have Scholar. He got double province. I would not worry about me hitting double province again. Yeah, I would just go for it. Oh, I should have. That was a mistake. Didn't end up really mattering, but. So that was very bad. Well, depending on what happens here, but probably very bad. So I must have botched this somehow, because I had a super great opening and it did not do anything for me in the end. Maybe, he did that mint, so he's trash better than me. Maybe he's also drawing more luckily. I don't know. What's this guy's gift? So those did not rescue me. He's going to have probably just double province. I just want the gold for the fun of it. I assume he just... No, he's a little short, but... He can still do... I don't know what he didn't want the border village for. Now I just have to hope he has a sufficiently duddy turn. Which maybe these next three are pretty bad. Though I had a lot of my border villages and my scholars there, of course, so that's not ideal either. Just putting it mildly. This doesn't really matter. It's pretty bad. He didn't get to use it, so maybe that's a good sign. Or a really bad sign, one of those two. Sure. Okay. If I hadn't lost my scholars, I would be getting a pretty okay shot at it here. I should be able to match double duchy. Well, I guess he's going to triple duchy. That was a lot of his money and payload and stuff. But there's still a scholar. And also there's still just like, you know, silvers. A bunch of silvers. So... I don't know what. I guess we flip boons, so potentially I can get a lucky one in double province, but it's unlikely. So I'm going to have to take province. Most likely. And in that case, there's not going to be huge incentive to me. I should just top deck border village, right? Like, if he gets province, I'm not going to catch him anyway. And if I'm going to have to get the last two provinces, that'll give me probably enough regardless. I don't need to take the duchy. I didn't have enough for a state, or I might have thought about that. But we'll see what he does. I feel like he probably has a scholar in hand. I think he has to, unless I miss something. I guess he could have discarded it, but he's got to have it in hand now, because I mean he's got the the Sacred Groves. There wasn't really. I think that was fine as far as the in-game play, but somewhere between the middle, I must have done something really stupid because I had a great 3-4, turn 3-4, and I was first player, so there's no real reason why I should lose that game. Beyond my own stupidity, most likely. Okay. This has got Apprentice Market Square, which is pretty wild. Guess I'm going to open Black Market Silver, probably. I can think about a Smugglers. Smugglers will be totally reasonable, but... and there's Villa 2 for additional brain busting. Villa with lots of overdraw. Another trasher would be probably the best black market pull you could get. This will be Apprentice for me. Goons. I guess if you have 6, you'd take the goons. That's not very likely, but... no thank you. Oh boy. Oh boy. I assume that's just easy market square. You don't need that many market squares. I can think about this play, maybe getting rid of black market. Since this, well, it's that or, I mean, it's that or go to a villa here, right? Just a question of what actually There are a few things you could pull from the black market that would be really good. I'll try it out of loyalty. Which is not one of them. Well, actually, which might be one of them. Moat Curse is pretty good. Hopefully he drew Smugglers. Doesn't look like he drew Smugglers, but... Okay. Well, I could do the same thing. Or alternatively... So he's probably going to be... Ooh, yuck. He's probably going to be able to smuggle an apprentice. That's gross. I don't deserve that. I assume he's going to smuggle that, not a villa. Okay. Ooh, that's even worse. Well, this was fun. While it sort of lasted. I mean, I kid, of course, a little bit, but it could probably get really bad really fast. I would definitely apprentice the border village if I had the chance to, but... This is a bad 4 cards to leave. So I guess I'm gonna not leave them. Gross, gross, gross. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Does the gold gain here help? Very much. No, not really. That was clearly the wrong order. Okay. Okay. That helps a little bit. Maybe. I'm only gonna beat him if I like am real smart with the villa turns. 'Cause boy howdy, otherwise it's not happening. Okay. like say this turn right now. Because with his outpost turn, it's so scary. I mean, this is already a little scary if I don't draw apprentice. So how much can I do here? I can add more market squares. Can add more golds. Oh, this stuff's such a pain. I'm trying to think if a smuggler's is all that worth it to me. Probably not. So I can play one market square and then I could butcher gold apprentice. And then I can buy market square villa. And play the next apprentice. That would get us a little more stuff in deck this turn. Though it may just be wheel spinning, to be perfectly honest. Okay, what's in there? There's an apprentice in there. There's 6 cards in there. This is not. Whatever this is, it isn't maximum goodness for sure, but let's see exactly how much he does. He's lowering. That's a little scary, I think. The curses, I think, are doing me some good. Okay, so I have a hard time seeing that I couldn't do a finish. So I'm going to go for that if I do the province. So obviously I can still fail to draw, but alright, this should be good, I think. I don't even know that I really need to do any gain and play. It's not that much money. mean, this is already way more than enough. I should just finish it. I probably had this is like not the fastest way of doing this, I'm sure, but. I think the witch did end up helping me. And I, of course, had the 5-5 on my reshuffle, so that was crazy good. And in the end, his outpost turns didn't do much for him. But I got thin, and then I don't think he only did this like maybe once. But I don't like it when people 5-2 here is not very good. I don't like it. Well, it's okay, you get Tormentor. I don't like it when people go for taking the golds, like before they've trashed more. Like, I think it's okay to just not react with the market square for quite a while, which I think he only did once, where I thought it was like maybe too early. There's no village. I guess I'm gonna open Tormentor, and then you need potion. I mean, you've got to play a scrying pool here, but just because of the colonies. At least I think you have to play a scrying pool here. Would be my thought, but and what other stuff you add is, I mean, lots of as many cartographers you can get, as many pools as you can get, and then beyond that, like, I don't know. You're only, I guess there is a village, which is, or not a ghost, which is ghost. But this looks like a cartographer, right? It's not time for a cemetery here. Did he buy a potion yet? No. Gets a relic. That's fine. I'm just going to take the cemetery. I mean, there's nothing else I want, so I might as well trash a card. Like, it's like a single card trash, but I won't play this cartographer. I will probably get a relic eventually. Maybe the next time I hit 5 without potion. Or once I have like 4 scrying pools or something. I would take a big cemetery before a relic, though. This doesn't do me any good. It could be Watchtower. He gets a plat. So he's going to be moving on through this stuff. I just have to hope the game lasts long enough. This was a really terrible draw for me, of course. I think the Tormentor is even on top, so I might as well draw it since it's my only action left. Well, there's Watchtower, but But yeah, that was a pretty terrible draw. Keep that, of course. Okay, so here I can do the relic, or not the relic, whatever it's called, the cemetery. I have to think what the... It would be getting ghost too, so that would be nice. Man. Alright. Shoot. Shoot. That sucks. I need to get another money, I guess. Oh, it doesn't suck that bad. I'm thinking that there aren't any actions on top, but of course there are some. Probably buy a relic now. I'll probably buy an outpost too also. I can get the outpost first. Okay. This could be trash for coppers. Or it can be buy outpost. I'm gonna do trash for coppers, I think. This at least is playing Tormentor and buying outpost no matter what. Okay. So really I just want to ghost the scrying pool, right? I mean, I could have left the watchtower in hand, but this is fine. He's gonna get his platinum probably. Oh no, I did hit him a little. Oh, I hit him pretty good. Not too bad anyway. Yeah, I can find something. And I'm gonna draw whatever anyway. Okay. So have I not drawn a card yet? Oh, I haven't drawn a card yet, so I do need to play the imp or something to. Gets miserable. Okay. I think that's about the extent of it. So the question here is whether it would be better to make sure I attack him again by like top, or make that more likely by top decking a pool now, or by trying to get the relic to attack him immediately. Alright, Tormentor attack him. I guess I'll get the relic. This all worked out good. I didn't get to buy a... I don't know why I didn't play the imp on the scrying pool. I was thinking something different. I was thinking something about that would draw the action, but I should have set that all up differently. This turn could have been better in that I could have been buying a scrying pool instead of a cartographer, but cartographer is still nice. So, and I got to play the Tormentor, so it was still okay-ish. Oh, I didn't get to play the ghost either, so that was a bit unfortunate. Actually, I will take the last cemetery here because I would like to I should have tried to set up a ghost if possible. Well, actually, I don't really want to play the ghost. I want to play it on the next turn a little bit more. This is all fine. Do I have $9 in deck right now? Did he make me trash a silver or something? I'm a little confused about my money total. I'm a little just confused in general, I think. Play the outpost. We're not close to piles or anything. I can just buy a pool now and put on top. I can also get a gold and buy a legionary to be even meaner than I'm already being, which is pretty appealing, not gonna lie. Like this time I figured it out. Or at least a reasonable approach anyway. Okay. So here I can buy gold and then I can buy a legionary. You can keep that. Okay. I should toss some of those things. The ghost is in here, right? Yeah. I should play that stuff a little bit differently because I'm not going to get the ghost on something here. I can wait also. Yeah, I can do scrying pool this time. Doesn't matter. I'll buy the gold on my next turn and then I'll play it on the outpost turn. Okay. Well, I'm just going to buy a scrying pool now. I still want another one. Yeah, there's no way you can stop. You cannot skip building there, but there's like 30 attacks. Okay. Okay. So tax. Cemetery again. Priest and tragic hero. Not a lot of villages, but acting troop is there, and it also works with priest. But it's not like you can probably make it work. I mean, it doesn't have to be, you know, if you get 2 priests in play and you trash a couple tragic heroes, that's still a lot of money on a turn, for sure. Unfortunately, I free up I free up the priest for him, but that's just life, I guess. I'll probably keep the lucky coin just because of storyteller. This isn't the best ever draw. One way of putting it. I didn't really want that much, but I will top deck it. I mean, it's pretty good. This will be another storyteller, I think. This is sad, sad storyteller hand. But just keep buying them until we get a big enough cemetery hand. And he's getting the acting troops, which I guess is fine with me. This could be my second priest. I'm not real happy with the shuffles as such. I wouldn't say I was thrilled with them anyway. I could top deck storyteller, but I'll just buy another one. I'm not real worried about the acting troop thing there. The market. Unless maybe he knows there's a storyteller in there, in which case I can see it a little more. But in general there I would want to be I'm trying to think if I want to keep the tracker around. I'm going to try and play with that one. I could trash Lucky Coin now. That's the other possible target, though that doesn't gain me as much as trashing the tracker does as far as the points right now, or the draw right now. I'm really looking for like as big a cemetery as I can get, probably. I can rebuy a tracker. Of course, I still have to have enough money for this. I actually don't need this cemetery now. There's not a huge amount of good targets in hand here. I'm going to wish I had that tracker, though. Okay, so this could either be storyteller market or like storyteller acting troupe. Dang it. You try and buy the story, you try and behave. What does the game do for you? It spits in your face. I mean, I'm okay. I mean, I'm not out of it or anything. I'm not like as in it as I'd like to be, but does he have a ghost? I had to play my haunted thingy right already early on. Yeah. You had top deck a gold. That wouldn't be totally crazy. You get banquet stuff if he was real confident in top deck like a tragic hero. This is all okay, I think. Bad draw for me, but... Oh, did he get rivers too? Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Yeah. It's looking a little hairy. Just gotta keep an eye out for piles, basically. Because we're definitely behind otherwise. Piles and just priest tricks, I guess. I don't have the buys to really use that much money yet, so... But as long as he keeps kind of building in a reasonable fashion, he's gonna be okay. So that was a bit weird because he could have. He tossed a storyteller, right? Okay, this can't be right, but he tossed a storyteller. He could have tossed a tracker or the priest and then redrawn everything, redrawn the ghost and stuff. He could be playing the ghost this turn. So I don't agree with the end of that turn at all, but. That's okay. I need any help he will offer me. This is such a bad start. Okay. That's a little better. I'm going to try and see if I can get the ghost here. Where's my tracker and my other thing? I don't know. Okay. This priest would make... I may be able to draw it up with the storyteller play. This will give me... And then this priest play will give me 4. I'll need to draw... 8 cards. Okay, I think this is all right. Okay. Or no, yeah, well, it was, but... Well, I am gonna go something. That's a start. That's a stupid boon. I hate that boon. Alright, so I might consider banqueting stuff because the priest may want some food. Well, one anyway seems at least somewhat possible. So should I try to top deck a market very last? Is that my best? I could go like Tragic Hero, Priest, Market. I probably need an acting troupe actually. I could try and pass on the tragic hero. I could go priest, market acting troop. Probably won't want to top deck the priest and the acting troop. That's the thing about putting the tragic hero on top, is it's a little safer in that respect. It's also another bind. I could go tragic hero, market acting troop. That seems okay. Do I want to top deck the acting troop? Probably not. I liked his boons that he's gotten the last couple turns for sure. Those have been pretty snazzy, I think. As far as that all goes. I would not have said no to a nurse gift. I think I'm going to be at 6 buys this turn. Okay. Maybe it should have been. Maybe I should have. Well, my idea with the waiting on the tragic hero, of course, is that I'm going to try and play the priests prior to that and get a little bit bigger money. The storytellers aren't going to be the best things to play ever. I may not be able to get the gold, right? I mean, not without sacrificing a huge amount of cash, probably. I can get this. I can get a silver from the lucky coin, I guess, but well, the question would be whether I can try and get something from the tragic hero, I suppose, or from the not the tragic hero, but the tracker. Oh, I have a market, so I can draw the... That's going to help a little bit. I can draw the gold. Not the most exciting. Doesn't really matter. Other than I don't want to play them. I think that was actually right. Oddly enough. The question now is whether he's just going to like score too much. 6 buys is not, of course, enough to empty or anything. And I'm not 100% clear on what his buys look like. I can double province, which would make it slightly harder for him to get the finish that he probably wants. Like if I double province and banquet for some tragic heroes, maybe a market. I'm afraid this is going to lower it too much if I take 2 tragic heroes. What did I have? 6 gains? But I'm going to have fewer. It could be a storyteller also, because that's a little bit better for getting the hand size up and playing priest prior to doing any tragic hero stuff. I don't know. This may be just like way too low. The hope is sort of that he doesn't. So he trashed a pouch. I guess he's confident he'll have the buys. I guess he doesn't need that much buys. I'm confused. Maybe he thinks he'll just have the money. He doesn't have $48, does he? I feel like I'm missing something about how he played the. Maybe he's just sick of playing. That could be possible too. My goal will just be to get. Well, if he doesn't outscore me, I mean, if he does take 5 provinces, then I have to get quite some duchies, or cemeteries are technically a little bit more points efficient, but I don't know, it feels like I could do it. I mean, unless I just dud immediately. Well, what the? That's not right. I guess I should have put a storyteller on top, but that's just a real shame. I assume he top decked a tragic hero, so all those storytellers whiffed. That's so sad. Did he ghost it? I guess he didn't ghost it, but well, that was depressing. Nah, I don't need to type that. All right, so so anyway, thank you for watching and see ya later.